Hey guys, we are back with some more Czeching Lions franchise mode. And in this one, I think honestly this is going to be the last episode because there is another series, another franchise mode that I want to start. And in order to do that, I kind of need to finish up these other franchise modes that we have going, you know, the Lions and the Kings. They've been going on for way too long, so let's just end it here. So what we're going to do, we're going to go through the entire year number 9, including the offseason of this year, heading into year number 9, and the year 9 playoffs. We're doing all that in this video. Obviously, we just won the Stanley Cup, so, I mean, I was considering just going out on a high note, but I figured, why not see if we can repeat? So, let's go ahead and advance to the offseason. And there it is, the playoffs are complete, and your Stanley Cup champions are your Czeching Lions, and the Calder Cup went to Colorado. So now let's take the awards. Of course, the Stanley Cup goes to your Czeching Lions. The President's Trophy, also your Czeching Lions, so we win both the Stanley Cup and the President's. And of course, we face Chicago in the finals. The Art Ross goes to Sebastian Aho. The Hart goes to Barkov. The Norris goes to Morgan Riley on Chicago now. The Lady Byng goes to Tara Vinen. The Calder goes to Dodge of Montreal. The Conn Smythe goes to Alex Rosehill. Of course, we saw that in the celebration. The Vezina goes to David Riddick. The Jennings also goes to Riddick. The Masterton goes to Fedorov of New Jersey. The Jack Adams goes to Durrett of St. Louis. The Selke goes to O'Reilly for a third year in a row. The Ted Lindsay Award goes to Barkov. And the Maurice Richard goes to Tarasenko. So I'll just briefly go over the player stats here because I don't remember if, honestly, I don't remember if I did so in the last one. So we'll just briefly check out the player stats from the playoffs. You have Alex Rosehill, who led our team in points with 22 in 21 games. He has been phenomenal. Aronson was point per game even. Greiba had 20 points. Danielson with 18. Ben DeHaan with 17. Brandstrom with 14. Nokalainen, Stillman, Granlund all with 11. Radish with 9, Anderson with 6, as well as McLeod and Lesichin and Slavin. Schwartz with 3, Gibson with 3, Svaitov with 1, and Kupari with 1. In goal, you have Georgiev with a .919 save percentage in 21 games, 16 wins, 5 losses, 3 shutouts. And Mackenzie Blackwood had to get in there for a few games at a .900 save percentage and 1 win. So I think we keep relatively the same roster going into next season. There was really nothing that I really could complain about last season. I mean, obviously, we won the Stanley Cup. So as long as we're within the cap space, I don't see why we shouldn't just bring back pretty much the same roster. The draft lottery, Columbus, Pittsburgh, and the Rangers are the top 3. For retirements, you have Sagan, Backstrom, Kuznetsov, Tarasenko, Duchesne, Shen, Henrique, Granlund, Ekman Larson, Palmieri, Johansson, Krug, Smith, Nyquist, Dadonov, Nelson, and Lee. And in goal, you have Anderson, Markstrom, Jones, and Frank Hu. All right, going into the draft now, Columbus wants to trade their first overall pick. Doesn't really matter for us. This is going to be a very, very quick draft. Like, we're just going to, I think, just pick in the first round, and that'll be it. Because, once again, I want this to be the wrap-up video for this series, so trying to get through this as fast as possible here. I think we'll just take the top player. I mean, it doesn't matter at this point. There's Kovalev, there's Kabanov. Why is the... hold on, do you guys see what I'm seeing? the player banner at the top is stuck on Matthew Robertson. There we go. I don't know what was causing that, but that was certainly a glitch if I've ever seen one. Anyway, we'll select Kovalev here. We'll just, like I said, we're going to get through this really quickly here. So, I mean, our next pick is at 128. We may as well just sim the entire draft. And welcome to the Czeching Lions. Kovalev, Coty, Pagaduan, Hakana, and Connolly. So my top 3 priorities going into this offseason are, well, at least for the re-sign stage, re-sign Greiba, Rosehill, and Ben DeHaan. And unfortunately, all of them do not want to re-sign. As a matter of fact, every single one of our RFAs do not want to re-sign. That is unfortunate. But nonetheless, we are going to have to sign them as, oh my goodness. It might be pretty tough keeping the entire roster together, I gotta say, just based off that. What about Rosehill? What's our current cap space at? 38 no chance. No chance. We're keeping everyone together. Oh my goodness. Ben DeHaan. Those 3 players right there are like 33 million. We only have 38 million left. Wow. I was not expecting that. All right, how much do these guys want? Schwartz, 8 point. Oh my goodness. That is so much money. 3.7 for Nokalainen. Stillman wants 6 point. Yeah, right. I seriously might just have to tender all these guys. Because that is just way too much for some of these guys, especially Stillman. What do you want again? 6.8? Yeah, no chance. I'm sorry, Stillman, you're not worth that much. What does Bentley want? I mean, I know he doesn't want to re-sign, but 2 mil. So what do the rest of our UFAs want? Radish, he wants 8.8. Oh my goodness, all these players. McLeod, he wants 2 mil. Okay, good. That's affordable. Elias Anderson, 1.6. Okay. So at least some of our UFAs aren't asking for too much other than Radish, but man, the future of this team. They're all asking for so much money, and we can literally only afford like 3 of them. And that's if we don't sign anybody else. So goodbye depth. And then of course you have Danielson making 13 mil, Aronson making 9.4. Slavin's definitely going to have to be traded. We're going to have to tender all the offers to those RFAs. We're going to have to trade Slavin. We're probably going to have to trade, I would say, definitely one of either Blackwood or Georgiev. I would say Blackwood because Georgiev brought us through those playoffs. Yeah, Blackwood's gone for sure. So Blackwood and Slavin at the very least are being traded. I don't know about everybody else, but that is the bare minimum of what we're going to have to do to get below the cap, because these guys are not cheap. So I think just because McLeod, Anderson, and Kupari are all cheap, I will re-sign them. So McLeod, I'll give you, if I take it to 1 year, yeah, you get a little cheaper. So I'll take it to 1.8 for 1 year. Need to penny pinch as much as possible here. Anderson wants 3 years. What if I take you down to 1? It doesn't change it that much. I could probably get you for less on a 3-year deal. So we'll start 1.45. Kupari, you want 1 year for 1.6. I'll give you 1 year for 1.5. Lombardi, he's a 75 overall and wants 1.2. I think we'll just tender him as well, along with with basically every single one of our RFAs. So Anderson didn't sign, so I'm going to have to, I think, give him a little bit more than what I offered. What did I give him at first? 1.45? I'll try 1.5. All right, I'll try one more time. I'll give you, I guess I'll go 1.55. And there he is. Took that extra 50,000 for him to sign. Okay, so we're down to Radish and Bentley for UFAs. There's no UFA goaltenders. And for RFAs, I mean, all these guys, yeah, we're definitely going to have to qualify at least a few of them. So I think, guys, for who all signed now, we still have, I mean, we can sign a couple of them now. We still have 34 million cap space. So I think I want to get Greiba and Rosehill out of the way right now. Wow. I mean, it's not as much as we're paying, Danielson, but still, when all that adds up, that is certainly far from ideal. I think I'll try to take you down a little bit. I'm going to say, since you don't want to re-sign, I guess I can't take you down all that much, but I'll try 11.7 for 8 years. For Rosehill, I mean, he wants 11.7. I'll take you down to 11.5 for 7 years. So we have re-signed Rosehill, and we have re-signed Greiba. And we are now down to 13.1. Wow. So, yeah, we're definitely, I would say we're tendering Stillman. There's no way I'm going to pay 6.8 for a defenseman who hasn't, I mean, he's 25 now. He hasn't, and he had 32 points last year. So he's a consistent 30-point guy, but he's definitely not worth that. He's kind of brutal with the turnovers anyway. So we're just going to have to tender him and see if he lowers his price. If not, then we're going to have to trade him. I don't know. I think just to leave our options open, we might have to tender all the rest of these guys. Nokalainen, he wants... Okay, Nokalainen we can sign. So I'll give him 3.4 for 1 year. And there is Nokalainen. He is back with the team. So now we have Ben DeHaan, Schwartz, and Stillman. And then there's also Rukin. So we're sitting at 10.7. I don't think we're even going to be able to... We're barely going to be able to sign Ben DeHaan. Yeah, we're going to tender Stillman. I'll tender Schwartz. I think just to make sure, I'll tender Ben DeHaan as well. So we do have an unsigned defenseman, Forsstrom, who we drafted in 2027, defensive defenseman, 78 overall. We might have to use him. We honestly might. So I think I'm honestly going to sign him now. Oh, right. And that wasn't even including Taylor Radish. Taylor Radish wanted, I think, 8.8 it was. So we had to release him into free agency as well. Just not a good situation all around. So we're going to have to, once again, clear up some cap here with Blackwood and Slavin, I think. I don't really want to give up Slavin, but we're kind of in a big hole right now, RFA-wise. So I'll start by trading Blackwood, because I know for a fact I don't want him on the team next year, just given Georgiev's performance. It seems the popular offer is a 4th and a 6th. If I can find better, I don't think so. I think it's just a 4th and a 6th, and then players that teams are offering. So we'll just take the 4th and the 6th from Vancouver. Is there any other cap that I can clear up here? Not really. I mean, I don't want to give up Slavin, but we might have to, to be honest, because I'm definitely not giving up Brandstrom with what the offensive numbers that he puts up. That's not worth it. But Slavin, we might have to move on from no matter what. We might have to play. We might be forced to play guys like Bell, Forsstrom, Peterson, or Pedersen, however you pronounce it. I don't think there's any chance that we re-sign Stillman. So we may as well just look for a trade for him now. The best offer I'm seeing is a 3rd and a 6th. Boston's offering that, as well as Columbus, and I think Toronto also offered that. So what we'll do, we'll trade him to Columbus for a 3rd and a 6th. This pains me because I had high hopes for Ralph Stillman, but we have to move on from him. Accept trade. Forward-wise, I definitely want to re-sign Ben DeHaan, but Schwartz, I think, might have to go. Rukin, we're definitely trading as well. Not getting much back for him, so we'll just trade him to Boston for a 5th and a 7th. All right, let's start with Ben DeHaan, because I know for a fact I want him back. I'll start with 9 points. You know what? I want to penny pinch as much as possible. Let's try 9.6 just to start out, just to see where that gets us. And then Schwartz wanted 8.2. I don't think we're going to be able to sign Schwartz, honestly. Yeah, so what we'll do with Schwartz, we will just let another team approach him with a contract offer, and then we'll take the compensation. Because whatever a team offers him is bound to be, you know, draft pick wise, is bound to be worth more to us than whatever trading him would get us. So we're going to leave him unsigned. May as well find a trade for the Lombardi guy as well. No trades found. Okay. So I'll just do a trade manually here then. So Lombardi to the Ducks for a 6th. I could probably get more, honestly, but proposed trade accepted. There we go. Yeah, defensively, we're going to be forced to use Bell, Forsstrom, and possibly Pedersen as well. So now we're going to advance a few days and see where we stand with Ben DeHaan. And there he is. He is back with your Czeching Lions for the final season. So yeah, we're definitely letting Schwartz just be signed by another team, and we'll just take the compensation for him. I think that'd be best. But besides all that madness, let's check out our roster and see what kind of backup players we need just to, you know, get some depth on the team. Because we do have some cap space still. We have $7 million. We just couldn't spend it all on Mr. Schwartz. So we do need a backup goaltender. I am not comfortable with using Gravel. Defensively, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess that's going to have to do 7, because I think we're probably going to need a forward or 2. This is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is Scatcherd. Playmaker, 84 offensive awareness. I think we could use someone at forward. Yeah, we could definitely use someone at forward. So I would say a backup goaltender, a 4th liner, and possibly a defenseman. But once again, they all have to be $2 million or less. In goal, there's Aiden Hill. I'm not even looking at his stats. I'm just looking at that asking price, 0.875. That could not be more perfect for us in our situation. So we'll just sign him for 0.95 million for 1 year. While we're at it, we may as well pick up Kakinen. He only wants $800,000 for 2 years. I'll give him 0.85 for 2 years that he wants. May as well just re-sign Bentley. Why not? It's the last season. So we'll go 1.8 for 1 year. Forward-wise, I think Tanner Pearson would be a nice investment because he, based off this, fits on the 4th line and the penalty kill. And he's still an 84 overall as a 3rd line scoring forward. And he's only asking for 2.5. So I think that's affordable. And we'll just give you 1 year. And I'll take it to 2.9 just to make sure we get you. We should still have enough for that. So we do get Kakkonen, we get Pearson, we get Hill, we get Bentley, and I believe that is it. Now we're just waiting on to see if anyone offer sheets Mr. Bobby Schwartz. So we've gone through basically the entire free agency period, and we still have nothing for Schwartz. So I'm going to see what he's asking for now, because if it's different and if he's cheap, then I would like to get him back if possible. Now he's only asking for $4 million. Okay, that's more reasonable. We coincidentally have 4.1 in cap space. I'm going to hold out a little bit longer for him, just to see if he drops his price more. We are at the start of the preseason, and he fits just within our cap space limit, so we will now sign Mr. Schwartz. I'll start out at 3.5. We have leverage here, so I'll see if he likes that offer. Because if we can get him at 3.5 as an 86 overall, that's kind of a steal. And there he is. He is finally back on the roster. So with that being said, I am going to quickly review the roster, and then I'll just go straight through the regular season, and we'll make our way to the playoffs. So in goal, you have Georgiev and Hill. Defensively, you have Slavin, Brandstrom, Gibson, Svitov, Bell, Forsstrom, and Bentley. In the system, we're going to have to bring up Schwartz. And actually, Pettersson's ready as well. Although we're not able to bring him up due to the player limit. So we may as well... let's see. How does Forsstrom fit the chemistry? I guess we'll have to see when we do the lines. So just for reference, here are our lines going into the Year 9 regular season. You have Danielson, Greiba, and Aronson. And then you have Rosehill, Ben DeHaan, and Pirietta, still with a +5 there. So Pirietta replacing Aronson on that line. Third line, you have Pearson, Nokalainen, and Lesishin. Fourth line, you have Scatchard, McLeod, and Anderson. On defense, you have Slavin and Brandstrom, Schwartz and Svitov, Gibson and Bell. And in goal, you have Georgiev and Hill. Scratched are Bentley, Forsstrom, and Kupari. Well, I have some very unfortunate news, boys. Right prior to the trade deadline, Eric Brandstrom goes down with a herniated disc until May 25th. That's unfortunate. And what's even more unfortunate, our division is very unfortunate. Seriously, this division is going to make me lose my mind. We are 35, 25, and 2. That's not even a bad record, really. And we're in 6th. We are in 6th in this division. We would be tied for 3rd in the Metro. This division has been, for literally the entire GM mode, has been insanity. It's just so competitive. And for whatever reason, this year, once again, we're 4 points behind the wild card. I guess it's possible that we could catch it. But with how just ridiculous this division is, it wouldn't surprise me if we miss this year. This is the most random team I have ever managed, and it's not even close. It's seriously not even close. Like, we have gone from... We didn't make the playoffs year number 1, of course, because that was just... That in general was not a very good team. But year 2, we won the cup with a revamped roster. And then I think there may have been one other time between then and the time that we won our second cup last year where we made the playoffs. So, and then every other year in between that, we missed. And then, of course, last year we made the playoffs and won the cup. And now, this year, we are on track to miss. I don't understand this team at all. It is, once again, I will reiterate, by far the most random team I have ever managed, YouTube or not. Like, this is just... I will not miss this division, let me tell you. This division is absolute insanity. Georgiev, he hasn't been great this year. It looks like I forgot to turn on automated goalie rotations. But still, 897, that's not great, especially given the division we're in. Like, we need every little bit that we can get. I feel like I'm all out of answers for this team anyway, so I guess it's a good thing this is our last season. So Danielson and Rosehill, they both had 27 goals. Aronson with 25. He has 37 assists as well, so he's got his point totals up there. Nokalainen with 22 goals. Pirietta with 22 goals. We have a lot of goal scorers, so it's certainly not for a lack of offense that we're losing games. I would say it's mostly just our goaltending again in the form of Georgiev. And then, I mean, Brandstrom, he's putting up points. Slavin, he's got 22 points, plus 10. Only Svitov is a minus on the back end, so I don't know if I can necessarily blame the defense either. I think it's our goaltending. I mean, Nokalainen is a minus 13. Okay, fair enough. Pearson's minus 7. Lezichin minus 10. Okay, so that's third line, and then Scatchard. Might be able to change them up a little bit. I might put Kupari in for Scatchard, unless Scatchard's grown. Nah, not really. So I think I'll put Kupari in, and I might change up that third line a bit, because that entire third line is minuses. So Scatchard, you're coming out, and Kupari back in. And then I think I'll get McLeod onto that third line, and I'll put Lezichin at center. I think Lezichin can take faceoffs, right? Yeah, he has 84 for faceoffs. Let's just check his faceoff percentage to see the faceoffs he's taken so far. Yeah, he can take faceoffs. Okay. So we'll do that. We'll do Lezichin with Anderson and Kupari. See what difference McLeod makes on that third line, if anything. You know, I mean, I'm just looking for something at this point. And right, Brandstrom is down with the injury long term, so we're going to have to... I guess it's going to have to be Svitov just because he's the offensive defenseman. We'll see how he does there. I'll move Gibson up with Schwartz. Yeah, our defensive core is not looking great, unfortunately. But there's not much we can do about it, like I said, because we're pretty close to the cap ceiling. Yeah, we literally have less than $1 million in cap. There's nothing we can do unless we move somebody out. The only players who are cheap enough for us to acquire are players who I don't want anyway. We're just going to have to ride it out. There's really no other option. So here's hoping for the best. Holy wow. Trade alert. Jack Hughes goes to Montreal in exchange for a first, Vance, and a sixth. I'm telling you, this division is ridiculous. We have 93 points and we still have not clinched. I certainly will not miss this division, let me tell you. Key game against Boston coming up here. Let's see if we win it. Please win it. Please win it. And we do have the 4-2 victory. 95 points, and we still have not clinched the playoffs. Wow. One more day. Game against New Jersey. They are terrible. Please beat them. Okay. We beat them 97 points. Still not in. Wow. Came down to the last game, basically. And even Edmonton's not that good, so I'm expecting a win here. But then again, we just lost to St. Louis. Advanced day. And we have a 42 loss. So not going into the playoffs on the right foot. But still, nonetheless, we made it, but just barely. Look at all these teams. Like 120 points, 113, 197, 95. The Panthers missed with 95. That could have been the Panthers instead of the Canadians there. And even the Bruins, they had 92 points, and they were in 7th in this division. And you compare that to the Metro, 92 points gets you 3rd. Sheesh. All right, well, with that being said, let's review the player stats and the team stats real quick, and then we'll get right into the playoffs. So you have Greiber with 90 points, 87 for Danielson, 86 for Aronson, 82 for Rosehill, so all of them point-per-game players. Ben DeHaan with another 78-point season. He's been really good ever since we got him, basically. Nokalainen with 52, Perrietta with 48, Brandstrom with 46, Pearson 45. So, once again, scoring not the problem for us. Slavin with 34, Lezichin 32, Svitov 26. I believe that is a drastic improvement on last season. Yes, indeed. He had 17 points last season in his rookie year. McLeod with 26, Anderson 25, Scatchard 23, Schwartz 23 as well. Bell with 20, Gibson with 18, and 4 for Kupari, 2 for Bentley, who only played 8 games, and Forsstrom with 1 in 20 games. And in goal, unfortunately, Georgiev with that 896 save percentage in all 82 games. So, once again, I completely forgot to turn automated goalie rotations back on, but whatever, at least we're in. Goals for per game, we are sitting at 3.78. Like, look at this division, man. It's just... This is an insane division. Goals against per game, we're actually in the bottom 3. So that was certainly an issue for us this year. Power play was insane. 32.3%. Wow. I certainly expect a lot of power play goals in the playoffs. If we don't, then there's something wrong. Penalty kill even was pretty solid. It was top 2 in the division, 82.3. So it was just, I guess, 5-5 where we struggled mostly. 5-5 in our last 10. So it's a bit unfortunate going into the playoffs. A bit cold. But we'll see what we can do. in round 1 against whoever we're facing. And we will be facing the Washington Capitals in round number 1. So checking out Washington's lines now, they have Vrana, Kavanov, and Arvidsson. Second line is Fiala, Fabry, and Niederreiter at 77 overall. Third line is Bjork, Dubé, and Stone. And the fourth line is Zucker, Foudy, and Niinimäki. On defense, you have Hannafin and Byram, Hayek, and Forsling. Michael Furland. No, Maxim Furland. And Ben Hutton is 73 overall. Wow. They are kind of hurting for depth. And in goal, you have Samsonov and Goldman. The last playoffs for the Washington Capitals, he had an 854, so maybe we could get to him early. Then we'll have a nice advantage. Scratched are Zuzin, Kachuk, and Tanev. Here we go, game number 1 against Washington in their home rink. First period, we have a 1-1 game. McLeod for us, Bjork for them. Second period, 2-2 game. Pirietta for us, Furland for them. All right, going into the third period now. Shots are 20-15, so pretty low offensive game, shot-wise anyway. Power play for us, and Pirietta with a power play goal. Very nice. 25 shots now. Another power play. Hannafin with the shorty. Unfortunate. 5 minutes remaining. Are we going to overtime? Oh, Dubé with the late goal. And that is all she wrote. Washington wins game number 1. 3 stars of the game. Dubé, Bjork, and Hannafin. All right, game number 2 now, still in Washington. First period, hoping for a better results. Oh my goodness. Zucker twice and Fiala on Georgiev. Not the way to start, Georgiev. Don't like to see it. Second period. Come on, offense. I know Georgiev let up 3, but you gotta step up 2. Come on. I don't want to see a shutout. Come on now. 20 shots to 19. There it is, Pirietta. He's been on fire as of late. No reason to get excited, though, because we're still have quite the mountain to climb here, and we're only game number 2. Come on, 5 minutes remaining. I don't think it's happening. Not the way we've been playing. I mean, we're out shooting them 30-20, but they outscore us 3-1, and that is the final score. 3 stars of the game: Zucker, Samsonov, and Fabry. Try again here in game number 3. Hope it works. First period. 1-0 lead for Washington. Bjork on Georgiev. Second period. Oh my goodness. Pirietta stays hot, so that's a positive. But Vrana, Kavanov, and Vrana once again on Georgiev. Anderson with the power play goal makes it 4-2. 21 shots to 17. Going into the third. Come on, don't fall down 3-0. Please. Please. Someone step up offensively. Come on, get the shots. Where are the shots? Are you gonna... Hello, offense, where are you? Bjork. Oh my goodness. We're gonna have to make some line changes, aren't we? Yep. 5-2 loss. Line changes it is then. That sucks. 3 stars of the game: Vrana, Kavanov, and Bjork. So Pirietta's been hot, so I don't want to change that second line at all. I believe he's on the second line here, or he might be on the first line. Yeah, I put him on the first line in order to spread out the scoring a little bit. So I don't know what's going on with the rest of our offense, but Pirietta right now is the only one really impressing me. What about Anderson? Only a goal and an assist. He could be doing better. Ben DeHaan could be doing better. Rosehill could be, like, he's literally silent. Where are you, Rosehill? Kupari, I mean, I'm not going to expect much offensively out of our fourth line, but still, with like some depth scoring here. Lesishin with nothing. Anderson with nothing. Oh, man. Where is our offense? Where was that, like, 3.74 goals for per game that we had in the regular season, and now all of a sudden it just dries up? Let's see. Goals for per game, 2. I mean, they're not kidding when they say the playoffs are a different animal. And even our power play was at a 32% to finish the season, and we're now at an 18.2. Wow, that's frustrating. That is really, really frustrating. At least our penalty kill has been good, 88.9, so I have no complaints there, but, man, what is, this simulation just, don't get it sometimes. Let's change up the power play. Pirietta, you're getting on the first line power play. You deserve it the most out of anyone here. We'll get Svitov on that first line power play as well. I'll take Forsstrom off. I'll get, who am I getting there? I think a forward. I'll get Pearson there. Rosehill, you've done absolutely nothing. We're going to get Aronson up there, see if we can get him going with Gryba and Perrietta. 5-on-5 wise, Perrietta, I don't want to move him off that first line. But that gets rid of the +5 on the second line. Then again, it's not like the second line's done much. I could go for the +3 on 2 lines and see what difference that makes. Because it's not like the +5 on the second line's made much of a difference yet. We'll try it. I guess at this point there's no harm in it, considering the position we're in. And in goal, Georgiev, man. I don't want to put in Hill because I have no idea how he's going to simulate. So we have to go with Georgiev. Brandstrom, we're missing you, dude. We are very much missing Eric Brandstrom right now. All right, you know what? You know what just hit me? Let's do it. Derek Bentley, get in there. And get up on the top pair with Jacob Slavin. That is the only thing I can think of now at this point that could possibly save this team. And you know what? Nokalainen, get down here instead of Kupari. And instead of Kupari, we'll get Mr. Derek Bentley on the power play and just see what he can do. I'm just trying something for the sake of trying something. If it doesn't work, whatever. We're already down 3-0. We may as well just see if our all-star enforcer defenseman can get a spark in this team. Because really, very uninspiring performance so far these playoffs. All right, here we go. Game number 4. That's a 1-0 lead for your Czeching Lions. McLeod with the goal on Samsonov. That's a start. Second period. All right, so we got a lot of shots in that period. 15, I think. Because we only had 6 at the end of period number 1. But the score is still 1-0. So, looking good so far. Keep it going. Kavanov with the goal on Georgiev. He allows one in the third. Halfway through the third now. Shots are 25-23. They're starting to catch up. 5 minutes remaining. Are we headed to overtime? Yes, we are. All right. So, since this is going to be a long video, I have a feeling we're just going to do the quick sim and see what happens. And there it is. We get a goal. Rosehill finally shows up in this series. And we do not get swept. 3 stars of the game, Georgiev, Samsonov, and Rosehill. So I'm not sure what change did it, but maybe having Derek Bentley on that top 2. You know what? Derek Bentley +2 on that top 2 pair. So he certainly had a positive impact. So I'll leave him there. We won 2-1, so he shut down the other team. Here we go. Simulating game number 5. First period, take it 1 period at a time. There you go. 2-0 lead, Ben DeHaan and Perrietta. All right, not going to get too excited. We're still down 3-1 in the series, but it's looking good. Looking up. Second period. There it is. Beautiful. Kupari with the goal, and then Aronson as well. Byram with the goal on Georgiev, but we have a commanding lead in this game, 4-1. So let's make it a 3-2 series now, shall we? One more, and that'd be great. Power play? Nope, okay. Power play for Washington. They can't convert either. Good to see. 5 minutes remaining, roughly in the third period. Anything could happen in the third? It appears not. No. We have a 4-1 victory. And we are now back in this series, somewhat. We are now down 3-2. 3 stars of the game, Georgiev, Aronson, and Ben DeHaan. So once again, Derek Bentley being on the points hasn't proven to be a hindrance so far, at the very least. If not, it's been helping. So let's just keep rolling with it and see what happens going into game number 6. First period, oh my. Kupari and Schwartz, and we're up 2-0 after 1. Come on, boys. Second period. Oh, okay. All right. Fabry and Fiala with the goals on Georgiev. Tied, heading into the third period. Anything could happen. If we win, we go to a game 7. Ben DeHaan with the power play goal. Stay the course. Power play. Can't convert. 10 minutes remaining. Come on. Get one more. Come on, Lions. Come on, please. Ben DeHaan with another goal. Please, Dubé, shut it down for the last minute. We are headed to 7. Wow. Unbelievable. Ben DeHaan with the first start of the game, and then Danielson and Fabry as well. So we come back down 3-0, and we force a game 7. Here we go. Not even going to look at the lines. Not even going to look at the stats. Let's just get right into it. Not ruin any momentum that we have here. First period, a 1-0 lead. Aronson with the goal on Samsonov. Can we do it? I mean, still got plenty of hockey left, but it's looking good so far. Second period. Yes. Let's go, boys. Rosehill with the power play goal and Nokalainen with the goal to make it 3-0. But then Fabry with the goal on the power play for Washington. Heading into the third with a 2-goal lead. Reverse sweep on the line. Let's go, boys. Power play for Washington. Can't convert. Beautiful. Nice kill. And Adam Gibson with the goal. But Bjork, right afterward, keeps it a 2-goal game. Bell, Calvin Bell, let's go. 5-2 with less than 10 minutes remaining. But Robbie Fabry decides, no, it's not over yet. Oh, man. 5 minutes remaining in a 5-3 game. 2-1. Kupari with the empty netter. And we complete the reverse sweep. Oh, my goodness. That is just peak. I'm not even surprised at this point. Like, with how this GM mode has gone, it seems like anything and everything can happen. And we just reverse swept the Washington Capitals. 3 stars of the game. Fabry gets the first star. I don't know about that. We had 6 goals, so I would have given it to, maybe Ben DeHaan with 3 assists. Kind of played a big role there. But nonetheless, Ben DeHaan, 3rd star of the game. Aronson, 2nd star of the game. Wow. What a series. I don't understand this game at all. I mean, I know weird things can happen in hockey, but it seems like it's just been happening too often during this GM mode. Sheesh. All right, let's see what we have. And we have the Carolina Hurricanes. They are 44, 34, and 4 in the regular season. First line, oh boy. No. Teravainen, Aho, and Svechnikov. Rask, Natchez, and Panamarov. Then you have Coyle, Ratcliffe, and Schubert. Then you have Cunning, Ritu, and Martindale. Defensively, you have Bean and Woods, Hamilton and Ling, Moroza and Dominguez. They have a really weak defensive core outside of Bean and Woods, and even Bean and Woods aren't great. So I expect a high-scoring series here. And oh my goodness, I expect a high-scoring series. Right, Peter Mrazek. They still have Peter Mrazek as their number 1 goaltender. 73 overall. I better see a lot of goals in this series. And scratched is Daniil Chaika, so I don't know when he's coming back, but it's not like he's going to make that much of a difference, especially with a 73 overall goaltender in there. All right, here we go. Start of round number 2 against the Carolina Hurricanes. Let's hope for the best. First period, there you go, 2-0 lead, as expected. Anderson and Danielson on Mrazek. Second period, there's a 3-2 lead. So they came back briefly, but then Pierre right after Teravainen gets the goal to make it 3-2 going into the third period. Come on, boys. Power play for Carolina. Nothing doing. Halfway through the third period now, nothing doing. And, of course, as I say that, Teravainen with the goal on Georgiev makes it tied. Come on, you gotta score more than 3 on Mrazek. Oh my goodness, Ratcliffe. And Panamarov with the empty netter. They beat us 5-3. Just forget about it. Forget that even happened. Pretend it's nothing right now in this series. First period. So that is, unfortunately, a 2-2 game. Aronson with the goal, but then Svechnikov follows up. Then you have Bell and Ratcliffe with goals of their own. Heading into the second period, we have a 4-2 lead. Danielson and Rosehill with the goals. Don't blow it. Going into the third. Come on, we have a huge shots advantage. 30-13. Please don't blow this. Please don't blow this. That would be so just demoralizing. Honestly, if we lost this game. Still have a 4-2 lead with 3 minutes remaining. Looks all good to go. Yes, we are. We win this game 4-2. And we are tied in the series at 1. 3 stars of the game, Aronson, Danielson, and Greiba. Here we go into game number 3 on home ice. First period, nothing doing. Second period, 1-1 tie. Teravainen with the goal. Nokalainen with the goal. And third period. They're outshooting us this time, 29-17. Come on now. 15 minutes remaining in the third period. Nothing happening yet. Get me something here. Get me something, Lions. Power play, nothing doing. Less than 5 minutes remaining. And we are headed to overtime. And once again, we're going to do the quick sim. Just see what happens. And that Carolina goal, Svechnikov on Georgiev. 3 stars of the game, Georgiev, Svechnikov, and Mrazek. Down 2-1 in this series now. Let's, please, I mean, I know we just pulled off the reverse sweep, but please don't go down 3-1. That would just don't even think about it. First period, that is a 2-1 lead for Carolina. Aronson with the goal, but Hamilton and Teravainen. Teravainen has been hot. Ugh. Do not like to see it. Second period. Svechnikov. Come on, boys. Please don't be like the score and go down 3-1. Please. Anybody? Score a goal. Somebody. 5 minutes remaining. No off. Okay, thank you, Lesichin. We're still in this. Get a late one. Please. And we fall down 3-1. 3 stars the game. Svechnikov, Mrazek, and Lesichin. Alright, so offense has been almost non-existent the past couple of games. Is there anything I can do? I don't think so. I mean, Svechnikov has 5 assists, Bentley with 2 assists in 8 games played. We may as well... You know what? No. The players just have to play at this point. Like, I am out of answers for this team. They just have to play. Here we go. Game number 5. We are down 3-1. First period. Alright. Danielson with a goal on Mrazek. Second period. Don't like to see it. Anderson with the goal on Mrazek, but then Rask, Svechnikov, and Natchez make it 3-2 heading into the third. Not like this. Do not lose to Peter Mrazek. If you lose to Peter Mrazek, I will just... Please. Offense. Anyone? Offense? You gotta be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. We lose to that defense and that goaltender. Are you serious? 3 stars of the game, Natchez, Bean, and Aronson. I'm glad this is the last season, honestly. Because I'm out of answers. I really am. We just barely made the playoffs in this division. And you know what? Good riddance to the Atlantic Division, man. Good riddance. This division was rough all GMO long. Let's see the stats. Ben DeHaan with 13 points. He certainly did his job. Aronson with 12. Danielson with 12. We just couldn't score at the right opportunities. Peryev really quieted up there in the second round. He was on fire in the first round, and then just nothing in the second. Greiba with 7 assists. I expect better out of him. Lesichin 5. Spytop 5. Whatever. In goal, Georgiev was good. I mean, not great. He had that really rough start. Of course, with that 3-game losing streak to start out the playoffs. But ever since then, he was okay. So I'm not completely blaming Georgiev, but very unfortunate. So I guess to end off this GM mode, we'll check out the record book and see who holds what records. First, let's check out game records. For saves, that belongs to Alexander Georgiev with 46 saves in a game in 2029, so just this past year. The assist record goes to Alexander Wenberg with 4 in one game. Points, Wenberg with 5. And goals, Aronson with 4. So no one had 5, but still nonetheless 4 is very impressive. Rookie records for this season, you have Pekka Pirjata, who appears to be the only rookie on our team this year, as he had 20 assists, 28 goals, and 48 points. And of course, we did not have any rookie goaltenders this year. And all time, Devin Anderson with the 34 assist rookie season in 2022. Alex McCutcheon with 3 shutouts in 2026 for the shutout rookie record in one season. Aronson, of course, with his great 44-goal rookie season is still the rookie record. McCutcheon with 12 wins in 2026, and then Aronson with 78 points during his rookie season for the rookie points record. So out of everyone in our current roster, games played, I mean, obviously, a lot of players have 82 games played, but at the moment it's Jacob Slavin who is being shown. Shutouts, Alexander Georgiev with 2. Danielson with 61 penalty minutes is the current record for our of guys currently on our roster. And then you have goal-wise, Devin Anderson with 54. Greiba with 90 points, also with 67 assists. Those are both records. Once again, out of players on our current roster. And then wins, Georgiev with 42. All-time, Thatcher Demko with 5 shutouts in 2024. Taylor Radish with 61 penalty minutes ties Johan Danielson. That was back in 2027. Devin Anderson with the 54-goal season, of course. Greiba with 90 points this season is an all-time record for most points in a single season. And assists, you have Alexander Wenberg with 69 assists back in 2022. He's very good for us that year. And Alexander Georgiev with 42 wins this season and career records. So, of course, we see Devin Anderson on there quite a bit. He's on there for points, seasons played, assists, games played, and goals for current and all-time. He had 534 points in 8 seasons played, 248 assists, 286 goals, and 655 games played. very respectable. And of course, all those numbers are the same for all time. Penalty minutes, Johan Danielson with 313. Wow. Shutouts, Alexander Georgiev with 3 is the current record. And Thatcher Demko with 13 is the all-time. Wins, Georgiev with 70. And all-time Demko with 146. There you go. There is the records for this franchise. And that'll just about do it for this franchise in general. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this series. Remember to hit like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next GM mode.